Hi, this is Dr. Rob Sivis, the Carb Addiction Doc, back with another episode. Pair this episode with a previous one that was rules for eating vegetables. This one is rules for eating fruit. Why do we eat fruit? Why does fruit exist in our lives? I know why fruit exists on the earth, but why is fruit part of our diet? Well, historically, fruit gave human beings a survival advantage. You see, lions can't eat fruit. They live purely on animal products. And vegetarian animals find it very difficult to extract adequate nutrients and adequate calories from the leafy vegetables and the cellulose-based vegetables they eat. So God or nature, and obviously animals have evolved to using fruit to massively increase our caloric consumption. And that is absolutely necessary for survival of the species when we were hunter-gatherers. When we had access to high sugar-containing substances for a month or two just before winter, when we ate them and we loaded up our liver and we tolerated insulin sensitivity and we were able to load up our livers and become a little bit fat, as a species we were more likely to survive through winter, and it made us more successful as a species. So we actually tolerated harm, insulin resistance, in order for the greater benefit of winter survival. Well, guess what? Those days have come and gone for the most part. There's still a few first world people out there, First Nations, that are hunter-gatherers, but most of us are not. Now we have ubiquitous, abundant access to fruits 24/7. Not only that, the fruit, even in my own lifetime, and I've been around for just over 50 years, actually about 50 and a half years. But fruit when I was growing up, an apple was a little sour thing. And we human beings are so successful at modifying our environment, we've turned that apple, that tiny little sour thing that was good for a few days, into this massive, huge, big thing that lasts forever, or for a very long time. We haven't added nutrients to that apple. What we have added is crystal meth, sugar, fructose, the single worst sugar. We've made it sugary, we've made it sweeter, not in order to improve our nutrition, but in order to sell it. So understanding fruit, the rules for fruit are very simple. No. The rules for fruit are very simple. No. Do not let them exist in your life. If fruit doesn't exist in your life, you will not die of anorexia, you will not die of malnutrition. And if you're a fat person or a diabetic, as long as fruit does exist in your life to any extent, you will remain fat and diabetic, or if you lose weight and reduce your diabetes, it will come back. Because you cannot control your relationship with fruit, period. There is about twice as much sugar in an apple as there is in a donut. But the people out there won't tell you that. They'll tell you fruit's healthy because it's natural sugar. Bullshit. Sugar is a six-sided carbon molecule, whether it comes in the form of a donut or it comes in the form of fruit. It's a six-sided carbon structure, and it's not about what enters your face, it's about what enters your bloodstream. And it's sugar that enters your bloodstream, whether it went into your mouth as a donut or as an apple. So the simple rules for eating fruit is no. Now there are, like the Constitution, a couple of amendments. The amendments are this. There are a couple of fruits that are okay to eat because they don't contain a lot of carbohydrates and they are very high in fat. Avocados, olives, and actually tomatoes are fruits. Avocados, olives, and tomatoes, as well as nuts and seeds, are on the yes list. Other than that, the simple response to fruit is no. Zero. And the reality of zero fruit is that if you go long enough without eating fruit, they lose their importance in your life. I can look at fruit right now with an element of disgust rather than an element of desire because I haven't eaten them for a long, long time. If I still had a little bit of this or a little bit of that, the desire would still be intense and the addiction would still be intense and the mistakes would be intense and the harm would be intense. The rules for eating fruit are no, except for olives, avocados, tomatoes, nuts, and seeds. But what about berries? Berries are so... Eric Westman, thank you, sir. Berries are little fruits. Stay the hell away from them. Stay away from blueberries and strawberries and raspberries. I don't care what the nutritional content is. It's the addictive nature. And if I've got blueberries on my fridge, I'm doing drive-bys. Berries, let the Eskimos eat them. Berries are no for modern human beings that are not living in a hunter-gatherer society. So, to summarize, the rules for eating fruit, no. Exceptions, avocados, olives, tomatoes, nuts, seeds. Period. I hope you enjoyed that podcast. If you did, please click the subscribe button and become a subscriber to my YouTube channel. And if that message resonated with you and made you think, and you made a decision to do more to help yourself, but you need help, please come and see us. Set up a consultation. We can do it in person in my offices in Palm Beach Gardens at 561-627-4107, or in Jacksonville, Florida at 904-410-3934. I also do some long-distance consults telephonically or on Zoom. Set that up as well by calling 561-627-4107. We help people to manage their diabetes better and also to get started in obesity management. Or if you've had bariatric or obesity surgery and are struggling, give us a shout. We can help to get you back on track.